What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Beyond the Biomarkers. Fire it up. What's up, y'all? I'm your host, Carrie Rochelle, Doctor of Integrative Medicine candidate, registered dietitian, functional medicine practitioner, expert witness, and yoga teacher with a gift of psychic medical intuition. I've dedicated my career to uncovering the root causes of symptoms and diseases, pushing beyond conventional pathways to health. In each episode, we dive into the hard data of health metrics and pair it with the subtle whispers of your soul. This podcast is your toolkit for transforming health and embracing happiness. Together, we explore rigorous medical research, decode the messages our bodies send us, and dive into our emotional landscapes. We're connecting the dots between nutrition, environment, and emotional health, blending scientific facts with intuitive wisdom to empower you with the knowledge to live your best life. Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Biomarkers. In this episode, we venture into the fascinating realm of our body's communication, exploring how every symptom, every signal is a message waiting to be decoded. This journey isn't about identifying ailments. It's about tuning into the profound dialogue between our physical selves and our deeper consciousness, a dialogue that, when understood, can guide us toward true healing and balance. We are laying the foundation for all the future episodes here, where we actually break down the science of topics like gut health, immunity, hormone balance, just to name a few, and then connect these to the internal messages we may also be receiving. Before we take off, a reminder of our competition featuring some truly stunning high-value items. To enter, head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and leave a rating and join the free 14-day Energy Reset Challenge, which includes a clean eating meal plan, recipes, nutrition tips, and a 2-week workout plan. I'll be selecting 10 participants who reviewed and joined to receive amazing gifts. Think free functional medicine tests, red light therapy mats, and 20% off supplements for life. You don't want to miss this. The link is in the show notes at carrierochelle.com/challenge. All right, let's go. Decoding the messages of our bodies. Our bodies, in their infinite wisdom, speak to us in symptoms and sensations, often signaling imbalances that extend beyond the physical to the emotional and spiritual realms. By tuning into the messages behind common symptoms like fatigue, digestive disturbances, and chronic pain, we can begin to unravel what these signs can reveal about our overall health and well-being. This journey of understanding our body's signals is deeply intertwined with the quest for inner freedom and obtaining pure consciousness. To free yourself from mental melodrama, the first step is to become conscious enough to understand your predicament. This requires a commitment to our inner work. If your life feels dominated by your restless monkey mind, you need to reclaim it. Consciousness is pure awareness, the highest and deepest state of being. It is the observer of events, thoughts, and emotions. To attain true inner freedom, you must objectively observe your problems rather than getting lost in them. Solving a problem effectively requires addressing it from a higher energy level, not the same energy that created it. We touched on this last week when discussing emotions and how to manage and interact with them. The first step in solving any problem is controlling your reaction to it. While you can't change how others treat you, you can control how you respond. Understanding how a situation affects you internally allows you to dive deeper into its roots and respond appropriately, rather than letting your emotions run the show. Last week, I mentioned that everyone is our teacher. Going further, every emotion we experience is also a teacher. Emotions indicate where we are in relation to our growth. If you have a strong reaction to something, it likely signals an issue that needs closer examination. Next time you react strongly, try to look at the situation objectively and ask, what is this trying to teach me? You'll find you'll learn more quickly when you apply this approach to your emotions. As we become more conscious beings, we gain awareness of our choices, their impact, and our reactions. Operating from a place of objectivity provides a more balanced perspective. It's essential to view emotions as valuable tools and work with them. By examining, feeling, and sitting with our emotions, we allow them to pass, paving the way for a new state of being to emerge on the other side. The truth is, every emotion you feel is an expenditure of energy. It's not just physical movements that consume energy. Everything happening inside of you does as well. Unfortunately, conventional medicine often overlooks the significance of inner energy. For instance, holding on to conflicting thoughts or juggling multiple tasks requires energy and can be exhausting. Have you ever tried to hold on to a thought only to have it drift away, forcing you to concentrate and backtrack to remember it? That effort takes energy. Similarly, dealing with emotions demands energy. Suppressing emotions out of fear expends more energy over time than simply experiencing and processing them. After all, emotion is energy in motion. So creating, holding, suppressing, recalling, and controlling thoughts and emotions all require a tremendous amount of energy. It's no wonder that you can feel mentally and emotionally drained. When you suppress an emotion without dealing with it, not only does it require a significant amount of energy, but it also closes you off. Energy is meant to flow through us, but it can become blocked. Western science has reinforced the foundations of spiritual growth and personal awakening by showing us how an underlying energy field forms atoms, which then bind together into molecules, ultimately manifesting the entire physical universe. This same energy field exists within every living being. Movements within this field create our mental and emotional patterns, as well as our inner drives, urges, and instinctual reactions. This inner force field has many names: chi, shakti, spirit. In today's world, our energies are often directed toward psychological defense. Our major struggles typically revolve around our inner fears, insecurities, and destructive behavior patterns. Think about a time when you felt a rush of adrenaline. And if you haven't experienced this, you might need to get out more. But what happens? Your head starts pounding, your eyes widen, your hands sweat, and your legs feel the urge to move. This is a physical response to an emotionally charged situation. You either freeze or take action, much like a deer in headlights. If you choose not to act, since running and hiding in the woods isn't usually an option, you tend to withdraw and shield yourself. This reaction closes down your energy centers, blocking the flow of vital energy. Blocking energy is not something we want to do. Suppressing your emotions and blocking energy is an innate tendency to protect yourself. Many of us suppress unpleasant emotions as a protective mechanism because, on some level, we believe we can't handle the pain or a multitude of other feelings. We're afraid to confront what lies on the other side of processing these emotions, so we protect ourselves by closing off. However, this closing takes a tremendous amount of effort. You must constantly ensure that what you've protected remains undisturbed, carrying this burden for the rest of your life. In reality, closing off doesn't protect you. It cuts you off from your source energy and hinders your growth. It locks you inside of a self-imposed barrier. The real problem is that the part of you that gets disturbed is already out of balance. By locking your unprocessed emotions inside, you allow the imbalance to worsen, potentially leading to illness. Emotions often stay in the body until they are recognized, acknowledged, and then released. If this process doesn't happen, these unaddressed emotions can contribute to disease and dysfunction. If we are the creators of our illness, then we also have the power to create our own health, going beyond just making healthy choices on the day-to-day. This means we must be actively involved in our healing process. So seek out doctors who value your opinion and don't interrupt you after 12 seconds to deliver expert information in the standard 8-minute appointment without considering your perspective. Your ideas matter, and it should not be dismissed. And you should not follow a care plan blindly. As long as we rely on others to fix us, we are going to remain victims. And I'm not here to bash medicine. I'm part of the conventional medicine world myself. Conventional medicine plays a crucial role in addressing urgent needs so that we can then tackle underlying issues. However, it's essential to reclaim our power in our own healing journey. We have the ability to create abundant health. Sometimes this involves finding the right practitioner to guide us. But remember, healing is not something done to you, it is done with you. We can understand the messages from sickness by examining our bodies from a systems standpoint. Our bodies consist of 11 systems, each a group of organs working together to perform these specific functions. And these systems are, ready, circulatory, digestive, endocrine, immune, integumentary, lymphatic, musculoskeletal, nervous system, reproductive, respiratory, sensory, and urinary systems. However, going into each of these systems in detail would take a very long time, and I aim to keep these podcasts around 25 minutes. So instead, let's examine the messages illnesses send us through the lens of our energy centers, or chakras. The study of chakras is ancient, first mentioned in ancient Hindu texts. While chakras can be detailed and complex, we only need a basic understanding for our purposes today. We'll focus on the primary 7 chakras, each associated with a specific color and functioning as points where life energy flows in and out of our aura, the energy field surrounding each of us. The primary role of chakras is to vitalize the physical body and foster the development of our self-consciousness, impacting our physical, mental, and emotional interactions. When you are ill or have low energy, it's likely that one or more of your chakras is not functioning optimally. This misalignment or blockage causes a reduced flow of energy, leading to illness rather than the illness causing the energy blockage. If your chakras are out of alignment or blocked, physical symptoms usually accompany this imbalance, which can be temporary or chronic. Physical manifestations often reflect issues within our chakra system. For instance, persistent digestive issues may not just show signs of dietary intolerance, or SIBO, or parasites, or H. pylori, but it could also indicate an imbalance of the solar plexus chakra, which governs self-esteem and personal power. We will explore the basic chakra system, understand what each chakra is related to, and connect it to the potential underlying meanings. Our bodies are wise storytellers, narrating through symptoms and sensations, signaling imbalances that transcend mere physicality, connecting scientific knowledge with intuition. Each chakra corresponds to a specific endocrine gland in the physical body, regulating physical and emotional processes. An imbalance in a chakra will often manifest as an issue in the associated endocrine gland. Now, let's get into the 7 chakras. The first is the root chakra, and it's associated with the color red. Just so you know, I'm going to be using the English words for these. I'm not going to get into the Sanskrit words. We're just going to call them, so you don't have to go and explore and figure out what they mean. I'm just going to tell you in plain English, okay? So the root chakra, it's associated with the color red. It's located at the base of your spine, and this is our foundation. It's associated with feelings of security, survival, acceptance, self-preservation, deep-rootedness, perception, grounding, fear, and safety. This chakra is deeply connected to our contact with the earth, providing us with the ability to be grounded. It is also the center of manifestation. When trying to make things happen in the material world, whether in business or acquiring possessions, the energy to succeed originates from this chakra. The root chakra is linked to various body parts, including the hips, the legs, the lower back, and the male reproductive organs. It is also associated with the adrenal glands and the testes and the endocrine system. When this chakra is unbalanced, it can manifest as anxiety, fear, and disorders related to the skeletal system, sometimes the legs and also the colon. Physical symptoms might include chronic fatigue, lower back pain, signaling a need to ground and stabilize our lives. Other dysfunctions associated with an imbalance in this chakra include frequent illness, eating disorders, obesity, and fearfulness. The sacral chakra, our second chakra, is associated with the color orange. It is situated in the lower abdomen. The sacral chakra governs creativity, sexual and emotional energy, as well as codes of honor and ethics. This chakra influences our sense of self-worth, confidence in our creativity, and ability to relate to others openly and warmly. The sacral chakra is connected to body parts including kidneys, bladder, large intestines, and then the female reproductive organs. In the endocrine system, it's associated with the pancreas and the ovaries. When this chakra is imbalanced, it may manifest as reproductive issues, urinary troubles, or lower back pain, hinting at a suppressed creativity or some kind of emotional turmoil. Other physical dysfunctions linked to an imbalance or blockage in this chakra include issues with the reproductive organs, loss of appetite for food or life, chronic lower back pain, manipulative behavior, kidney issues, constipation, and intestinal problems. Since this area of the body is involved, the organs in this area of the body, since they're mostly involved in eliminating waste and toxins, dysfunctions here may indicate a desire to rid oneself of a toxic situation, an inability to let go, or some type of toxicity in one's life. The solar plexus chakra is associated with the color yellow. It's our third chakra, and it's located around the stomach area. It's about 2 inches below the sternum. The solar plexus chakra influences self-esteem, ego, passions, impulses, anger, strength, finances, and personal power. This chakra is essential for our sense of identity and autonomy. The solar plexus chakra is connected to the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, and the small intestine. The associated endocrine glands are the pancreas and the adrenal glands. When this chakra is out of balance or blocked, you may lack confidence, feel confused, worry excessively about others' opinions, feel controlled by others, or experience depression. Physical symptoms of imbalance can include digestive issues, colon or intestinal problems, ulcers, pancreatitis, liver issues, diabetes, food allergies, and chronic fatigue. These symptoms suggest challenges with self-confidence or control or autonomy. Since this chakra is located in the abdominal area where we often experience gut feelings, my dog's moaning in the back. But anyway, back to those, the abdominal area, we often experience the gut feelings there, and we can hold emotions there. And the messages might involve releasing emotions held in this area. And this allows you to step into your personal power and avoid giving it away. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra. It is associated with the color green, and it's positioned behind the sternum. It serves as the bridge between the lower 3 and the higher 3 chakras. It is the center of love and compassion, which governs our ability to love ourselves and others, and to give and also to receive love. This chakra connects the body and mind with the spirit, as the heart is the seat of emotions and where we experience love. Issues with the heart often indicate a lack of love for oneself or life in general. The heart chakra is associated with the heart, the lungs, the circulatory system, the shoulders, and the upper back. The thymus gland is the corresponding endocrine gland for this chakra. And when this chakra is out of balance or blocked, you may feel self-pity, paranoia, indecisiveness, fear of letting go, fear of getting hurt, or feelings of unworthiness. Symptoms of imbalances include heart problems, lung issues, circulation problems, immune system deficiencies, allergies, asthma, and upper back and shoulder pain. These symptoms reflect difficulties with love, forgiveness, and compassion. The lungs, representing the breath of life, indicate that problems in this area can signify a restriction in living or a pervasive sense of fear. The throat chakra is associated with the color blue, and it's our fourth chakra centered in the throat. The throat chakra governs communication and self-expression through thought, speech, and writing. This chakra is essential for expressing your authentic self and speaking your truth. The throat chakra is associated with the throat, the neck, the teeth, and the ears. The thyroid and parathyroid glands are the corresponding endocrine glands. When this chakra is blocked or out of balance, you may feel the urge to hold back. You may feel timid or be overly quiet. You might feel weak, or you might struggle to express your thoughts. Also, it's important to note that due to generational trauma where women were not often allowed to have a voice, this chakra frequently needs unblocking in females or those who identify as females. Physical ailments related to an imbalance in the throat chakra include thyroid problems, ear infections or hearing loss, raspy throat, chronic sore throat, mouth ulcers, gum difficulties, scoliosis, laryngitis, swollen glands, headaches, and pain in the neck and shoulders. These issues often indicate a need to speak out or tell one's truth, and also may point to challenges in expressing thoughts and feelings due to fear. Our third eye chakra is associated with the color dark blue, or some people say indigo, which we can't actually see. I like to associate it with the color purple. It's located between the eyebrows, and the third eye chakra governs intuition, or psychic abilities, and insight. It is through the power of this chakra that you can receive guidance and channel inner wisdom. The third eye chakra is connected to the eyes, the face, the brain, and the lymphatic and endocrine systems. The pituitary and pineal glands are the corresponding endocrine glands. When this chakra is blocked or out of balance, you may feel non-assertive, afraid of success, or again, feeling timid or meek. Physical symptoms of imbalance include headaches, vision or hearing problems, nose or sinus issues, brain or neurological disturbances, seizures, difficulty concentrating, and learning difficulties. These imbalances often indicate blocked intuition or an over-reliance on rationality at the expense of inner wisdom. Like people who don't want to say they have possible psychic abilities, or people who are totally put off by that idea may very well have a blocked third eye chakra. Our crown chakra, it's associated with the colors white or gold. Some people will say violet. It's located just behind the top of the skull. The crown chakra connects us to higher states of consciousness and the divine. It is the center of spirituality, enlightenment, dynamic thought, and energy, allowing for the inward flow of wisdom and the gift of cosmic consciousness. The crown chakra is associated with the brain, nerves, and spinal cord. The corresponding endocrine glands are the hypothalamus and pituitary. When this chakra is blocked or out of balance, you may experience a constant sense of frustration, a lack of joy, and destructive feelings. Illnesses related to an imbalance in this chakra might include migraine headaches, depression, energetic disorders, brain or neurological problems, amnesia, sensitivity to light or sound, or sensitivity to other environmental factors. While imbalances in the crown chakra might not always manifest as physical symptoms, they can lead to a sense of spiritual disconnection, a lack of purpose, or chronic exhaustion, indicating a need for greater spiritual alignment and purpose. So how do we understand these messages? There's no one single answer or method for doing this. I'm going to give you tips at the end of this to help you become more conscious. So stay tuned. But simply put, the universe also communicates with us very simply, and our bodies are always sending messages. By understanding these, we gain profound insights into our lives. This is not a new concept. A diagnosis is just a label for symptoms. The real message is often overlooked, leading to chronic diseases because we're not listening to our bodies. Each of us has a unique guidance system, so it is in your best interest to figure out what your body is trying to tell you. We are currently facing an epidemic of chronic disease because we are not listening to or understanding the messages our bodies are sending. Our ability to receive information can manifest in many different ways. There's clairaudience, clairvoyance, claircognizance. There is no one right way, and it's okay if you don't receive answers immediately. This is the beginning of the process, so be patient. But the steps are simple and easy. It's all about trusting what you're receiving. When you ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me? Try to trust the first thing that comes to mind. Often we second guess ourselves thinking, wait, did I just think that to myself? There's no way this could have come from an external source, right? This didn't work. And you move on, right? No, trust the answer. However, if it doesn't sound like it's from the highest good, it's probably not the right answer. Anything you receive that isn't from the highest good is coming from fear. So once you have a message, acknowledge it, be thankful, and take action. Listening to our bodies is an art, one that requires mindfulness, patience, and openness. Here are some techniques to enhance this process. You ready? I'm going to give you 8. Number 1, you can try a body scanning meditation, which involves lying down in a comfortable position and mentally scanning your body from head to toe. The goal is to notice any areas of tension, discomfort, or other sensations without judgment. This practice helps cultivate awareness of bodily sensations and can reveal insights into areas of your life that need attention or healing. The second one is yoga and gentle movement. Yoga and other forms of gentle movement like Tai Chi are powerful practices for tuning into the body. They combine breath with movement, improving body awareness and helping to release physical and emotional blockages. These practices can also help align the chakras and encourage energy flow throughout the body. The third is breath work, or pranayama. Different breathing techniques can have varied effects on the body and mind, from calming the nervous system to energizing the body. Practices like alternate nostril breathing or belly breathing or breath of fire can help you become more aware of your internal state and manage your energy levels. Intuitive eating is another one. This approach encourages listening to your body's hunger and fullness signals rather than following external diet rules. It involves eating mindfully, noticing how different foods affect your body and mood, and honoring what your body needs to feel nourished and satisfied. 5, nature immersion. Spending time in nature away from the distractions of daily life can help you reconnect with your body's natural rhythms. Activities like walking barefoot on the earth, or meditating by a running stream, or simply sitting quietly in a natural setting can enhance bodily awareness and promote a sense of peace and grounding. 6, creative expression. Engaging in creative activities such as drawing, painting, writing, or dancing can unlock emotional blockages and facilitate a deeper connection with your inner self. These activities can serve as a form of nonverbal communication with your body, allowing hidden feelings and insights to surface. Number 7 is sound healing. Use sound vibrations from instruments like singing bowls, gongs, or tuning forks can help harmonize the body's frequencies. Sound healing can be particularly effective for aligning the chakras and releasing emotional and physical tension. And the last one I'm going to give you today is guided imagery and visualization. This technique involves visualizing a peaceful and healing scene or journey in your mind's eye. It can help reduce stress, connect with deeper desires or fears, and promote healing by engaging the body's relaxation response. Each technique offers a unique pathway to deepen your body and mind connection, encouraging this holistic approach to health. Everyone here is a powerful being and a master manifester, but action is essential. Have you ever met someone that complains about the same things over and over but never does anything about fixing them? They say the definition of insanity is to do the same thing expecting a different result. Recognition alone isn't enough. We must take action. I once had a gymnastics coach who told me when I was struggling with a skill and I kept repeating it the same way. He was like, I don't care what you do, just change something, anything. Just don't keep doing what you've been doing. And that's a really valuable lesson. Don't play something on repeat. Make a change. Anything different is better than the same thing if you are unsatisfied in your current situation. You have the ability to clear destructive patterns and beliefs, uncovering your true self, full of potential, genius, and empowerment. Our cells communicate even across distances, highlighting our profound interconnectedness. Embracing this interconnectedness and taking action is essential to unlocking your true potential. I encourage you not to let anything in your life be important enough to close off. Stay open and prioritize your growth. Remember, emotion is nothing more than energy in motion. On the other side of processing your emotions, you will find an even more amazing version of yourself. If you have something unfinished, get excited about the potential state of being that's trying to emerge. It's your choice. You can either close off because you don't like what happened, or you can relax, let the situation be as it is, and approach it with openness. Honor and respect the situation, dealing with it openly and embracing life. When you stay open, you allow more energy to flow freely, and this energy can heal. As you explore your inner energy, a whole new world will open up to you. The most important thing in life is your inner energy. Learn to work with staying open, as this is how you will truly live. It starts with awareness, watching life objectively, noticing the constant flow, and being willing to acknowledge and deal with your emotions, whether through meditation, somatic release work, or simply relaxing and letting go. There is nothing worth closing over. Stay awake. Your center of consciousness is always stronger than the energy trying to pull it down. If you want assistance on your journey, I have a few ways you can do this with me. The first is through my Metabolic and Energetic Reset 16-week group program. If you want more personalized support, I do take a handful of one-on-one clients for high-level deep diving in a 4-month container, which offers a psychic, medical, intuitive reading and support through nutrition, functional medicine, and deeper spiritual journeying and connecting. For now, I'm inviting you to explore the deep symbiotic relationship between your physical symptoms and your energy centers. Join us next week for Gut Health, the cornerstone to wellness, where we will explore deeply the impact of stress on gut wall integrity and intertwine different diagnoses with the messages our bodies are sending us. Y'all, keep exploring, keep growing, and remember, wellness is a dialogue. Speak to your body, listen to your soul. Until next time.